What? Hello, guys. We're going to make some music today in BandLab using sample loops. It might sound a little bit like this. Yeah. Huh. Ooh, that's spicy. I said we're going to use some sample loops. A sample is just any little piece of music or sound or otherwise that you record that you can then use in your music or share with other people. When you make a sample loop, you then play that sample over and over and over and over again, a lot like this. Or like this. Or this. Using BandLab, we can then put these different sample loops together and stack them on top of each other so they play at the same time, creating a whole piece of music. BandLab has loops in all kinds of genres, from hip hop to electronica to pop to rock, you name it. BandLab has something for you. Let's get started. Here's what we're going to do today. First, I'm going to show you how I made this, and you're going to go through it with me so we can go through the process of actually putting these together, and then you're going to get a chance to make one on your own. Let's get started. Okay. Once you come here, we're not using an instrument today. We're going to browse them loops. So hit them browse loops at the bottom. Oh, and I got to move my face again. So over here is our loops window. It might come up to packs or in the loops. In this packs window, these are kind of like loop packages that you can use that all of a bunch of loops that sound good together. We might use that later, but we're going to use this loops here right now. And I found a group of loops that go by the name All Night that I really like. So I'm going to type in the word all night. Great. The first thing we look for is the foundation. I'm looking for a bass part. So I found this all night bass number 2. There's probably an all night bass number 1 in this list somewhere, but hey, let's take a listen to that. I like it. So I'm going to grab that and drag it right over here and drop it in here, and there it is. Grab that again and slide it all the way to the beginning so it starts at the beginning, and listen to it. Sick. But it ends right there. There's no more. So I'm going to grab this little loop button at the top and pull that out. We're just going to repeat it twice. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 measures long and ends at the 5. That's how long we're going to make that bass part. So what comes next after the bass? What does this need? This needs some rhythm. So when I made this, I looked for something right here where it says ARP, percussion, snare. I'm looking for something that says drum or snare or rhythm. I didn't really like this snare. It sounds like it's leading into something, not really a nice groove, but I found this snare number 1. I like this. It's nice and simple. There's a lot more that we're going to put in, but that's good enough for me. So we're going to drop that in, slide it to the beginning, grab the loop button, and pull it out all the way to 5. Let's see what that sounds like. All right, so that's a good foundation. We got a bass and we got a little bit of drum in here, a snare drum in here. Next, I'm looking for some background stuff. When you're looking for background, you might look for something called keyboard or pad. Here's something called chords. That's some nice background stuff. I like this All Night Chords number 1. So grab this All Night Chords 01, drag that into the next track, pull it to the beginning, loop it out to 5. See what that sounds like. Nice. I like the way that the bass and the chords kind of interact with each other. They're playing sometimes at the same time and sometimes like in between each other. It's like together, 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 separate. Is really cool. So this is a good, we're getting there, but there's still not anything that quite catches our attention like a lead. So I'm going to find a lead in here. And here is All Night lead number 2. If you can't find that, you can always come up here and just All Night lead 02. And bam, is right here. There's something really high pitched. If I want to check if it fits, I can hit play here and hit play here. They won't quite play at the same time, but you can get an idea if it seems like it's going to fit, and I think that's going to fit. So we're going to drag it down here and pull it in, loop it out to 5. Let's see what that sounds like. Bam, and we now have the 4 main components of any piece of music: a bass, a drum or a rhythm, some chords or some harmony, and a lead or a melody part. Now, I think this needs one more piece, though. I'm getting this dance vibe, but I feel like I need a little bit more, I don't know, atmosphere. So... is it Night Dream something? Night Dream. Maybe it's just Night Pad. Night Sky Pad? That one sounds cool. I think it was just called Night Pad. That's the one. Drop that in there, drag it over here. Notice this one already goes to 5. This is a longer one. These are shorter, so we had to double them. We don't have to double this one. Bag it up. And there we have 4 measures worth of sample loop music that all goes together well and sounds really cool. At this point, go ahead and make sure you turn in the All Night arrangement under the All Night Loops assignment, and then you can get started on your own. So I've built mine, and now you've built mine. It's time for you to build yours. Here's some tips. As you look through these loops, it might help to pick a genre: electronic, hip hop or trap, pop, R&B, and find one of these groups. Atmospheric guitar loop. Okay, that's probably pretty generic. But if you find a rather specific name like Boulevard, that's probably kind of like the name of a song, and these are all going to go together well. I'm into this. I really like this one. I want to make something out of this. Okay, I like this Boulevard thing. But if you find a specific name like that, you can use that. You can also come over to these packs, and if you get into one of these packs, like drill, like here's a country club. You can go in there, and that's going to have a whole lot of guitar loops. It's got some guitar, it's got some bass. Start with your foundation. Your foundation is your bass. And so over here where this says guitar, you want to find something else that says bass, like this. That's your foundation. So step 1 is to get a bass. Step 2 is to get some rhythm in there. You can look for rhythms that might say beats or drum. Those are going to have a lot of rhythm sounds in them. You could use hi-hats, snare, or I know that there are some kicks, simple one-piece rhythms. So once you have a bass and your snare in, then start looking for some background stuff. You might find background sounds in chords or strings or arpeggios or keyboard. Those are kind of your background ideas. Keyboard, arpeggios, string, or arp. That's short for arpeggio. Strings and chords. And then you want to get a melody or a lead part. So you might find that in lead or in brass or in synth. Those 3 might have some melody parts for you. So those are your 4 parts: your bass, your rhythm, your background, and your melody. Bass, rhythm, background, melody. Or bass, rhythm, harmony, melody. Put those 4 together. When you're done, go ahead and save this under a personal project first, and then submit this under your personal loops assignment. This has been fun. Go make music.